Hello children, welcome to chemistry class. Today we will discuss properties of colloidal solution. Before this we have already discussed the preparation of colloid and purification of colloids. So today it's time to discuss properties of colloidal solution. So how many properties are being shown by colloidal solutions are: first is colligative properties, second is Tyndall effect, third is color, and fourth is Brownian movement. How many properties? Colligative, Tyndall effect, color, and Brownian movement. Now we will discuss one by one. First we are going to discuss colligative properties. So in second chapter, that is solution, you have already discussed the colligative properties. So relative lowering vapor pressure, elevation in boiling point, osmotic pressure, these are the colligative properties. And what does mean of colligative property? The property of a solution depends on the number of particles. Number of particles, number of solute particles present in the given solution. The property, we can say the property that depends upon the number of solute particles is called colligative property. Colligative property. So the property that depends upon the number of solute particles is called colligative property, or we can say the property that depends upon the number of solute particles present in the solution is called colligative property. So like this, it can be said what are colligative property means number of particles. So if we take the types of solution, like we have discussed already, true solution, colloidal solution. These two we will discuss. True solution and colloidal solution. So you know that in true solutions, number of particles, if we take this true solution and colloidal solution. So in true solution, number of particles are more. Number of particles are more. Okay. But in colloidal solution, number of particles are true particles. Particles is less. So this is true solution and that is colloidal solution. Colloidal solution. So if same concentration solution is being taken, means same concentration solution of true solution and colloidal solutions are being taken, so the colligative property of colloidal solutions, is lesser than the true solution, because the number of particles are more, or number of particles are higher in true solution in comparison to colloidal solution. In other way we talk here, in another way, when smallest true solutions particles come together come together means combined they form the colloidal particles, means two particles plus two particles combine and they form colloidal particles. So if same concentration we are taking, same concentration solution is being prepared, means one is true solution, other one is colloidal solution. So the colligative property of colloidal solutions are lower than the true solution, because when true solution particles combine they form colloidal particles. So number of particles in colloidal solutions are lesser than the true solution. So colligative property of the colloidal solutions are lesser than the true solution. So this is the colligative property. And what are the colligative property? Means that relative lowering in vapor pressure, elevation in boiling point, osmotic pressure, etc. So we have discussed the property depends upon the number of solute particles in a solution. Solute particles in a solution is called colligative property. So here if we take solution, true solution and colloidal solution of same concentration. So concentration is same, but the number of particles in colloidal solution is lesser than the true solution. So the colligative property of colloidal solution will be lesser than the true solution. Next is our property, that is Tyndall effect. What is that? Tyndall effect. Next topic is Tyndall effect. So what is Tyndall effect? Whenever light enters in our room through windows or through some holes, so we observe that cone type structure. And that is called Tyndall effect. Or in other way, and that cone is visible is called Tyndall cone. Sometimes what are Tyndall cone is being asked. Like this, it's some light pass through some hole or windows in our room. So it has been observed that a cone path of light is visible there. And it is seen that a cone type structure is formed. That is called Tyndall cone. So we can define the Tyndall effect like this. When a beam of light is passed through a colloidal solution, and viewed at the right angle of the passing to the light, it observe that the path of light is illuminated by a bluish light. What? When a beam of light is passed through a colloidal solution and viewed at right angle, it observes that the path of a beam illuminated by bluish light. It was first observed by the Faraday, and later it is studied by Tyndall, so it is called Tyndall effect. First it was observed by the Faraday, and later it was studied by Tyndall, so it is called Tyndall effect. And Tyndall effect is due to the scattering of light via colloidal particles. Tyndall effect is due to the scattering of light by a colloidal particle, means colloidal particles scatter the light. So Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect can be observed in cinema hall by scattering of light by dust particles and smoke. So Tyndall effect can be observed in cinema hall projection where the dust particles and smoke scattered the light, and it happens only in some cases. Tyndall effect is observed only in some cases, means there are two conditions in which Tyndall effect is observed. Means in two cases Tyndall effect is observed. What are two cases? That the two cases are first is the diameter of dispersed particles approximate to the light is being used. The diameter of the dispersed particles should be equal to, means approximate equal to the beam light is being used. Means the diameter of beam light and the diameter of dispersed phase should not differ greatly. And second point is, what is the refractive index of dispersed phase and dispersion medium should be differ greatly. Means 2 points we got. What? First point, the diameter of dispersed phase and light is being used should be approximate. And second point, the refractive index of dispersed phase and dispersion medium must differ greatly. And refractive index you will study in physics. So you can ask to your physics teacher what are refractive indexes. So this is the Tyndall effect. So what we have seen, that just we have discussed what is Tyndall effect. So let me write what is Tyndall effect. So here Tyndall effect, I wrote only Tyndall. When a beam of light is passed through a colloidal solution and viewed at right angles to the passes of light, the path of beam is illuminated by a bluish light, and this effect was first observed by Faraday and studied by Tyndall and is termed as Tyndall effect. And the bright is called, and bright cone, and the bright is called Tyndall cone. Bright part we can say, and bright portion that we say called Tyndall cone. It is due to scattering of light by colloidal particles. Means Tyndall effect is observed due to scattering of light by colloidal particles. When colloidal particle is scattered, then Tyndall effects can be observed. And there are some conditions. It observed only when following two conditions are satisfied. What? First condition, the diameter of dispersed particles is not much smaller than the wavelength of light used. Means the light is being used and the wavelength of light is being used, and the dispersed particles diameter should be approximate. If they are differ greatly, they have too much difference, little difference is there, then no problem. But if great differences between these two, so it can't be observed, Tyndall effect can't be seen. And the refractive indices of dispersed phase and dispersion medium differ greatly in magnitudes. Means the refractive indices, this you will study in physics. So you may ask to physics teacher what is a refractive indices. So today we have discussed the Tyndall effect and colligative property. Tyndall effect and colligative. Let me summarize what is colligative property and Tyndall effect. So Tyndall effect, we observe that when a beam of light is passed through a colloidal solution and viewed at a right angle, to the passes of light, the path of beam is illuminated by bluish light. And it was first observed by Faraday and later it was discovered by Tyndall. So this is known as Tyndall effect. And Tyndall effect is observed in two conditions. If two conditions are being fulfilled and colloidal solution and light is being taken, so we can observe the Tyndall effect. What is the wavelength? The diameter of the dispersed particles and the wavelength of the light is being used should not differ greatly. If little difference, we can have. Second, the refractive indices of dispersion phase and dispersion medium must differ greatly in magnitude. This and colligative property, I have already told that the property that depends on the number of solute particles present in a solution or present in the system is called colligative property. So the colligative property of colloidal solutions are lesser than the true solution, because the same concentration of colloidal solution and true solutions are there. So true solutions contain more particles than the colloidal solution. So colligative property of true solutions is higher than the colloidal solution, or we can say the colligative property of colloidal solutions is lesser than the true solution. So today we discuss two methods. We have discussed two methods. So Tyndall effect and colligative properties.